Bye.
Yeah, Jim, can we bleep this out?
제가 날씨 좋을 때는 이렇게 자전거 끌고 예쁜데 놀러 다니는 걸 좋아해요. 그래서 오늘은 자전거 브이로그를 한번 해보려고요. 한국에서도 그렇겠지만 여기서 햄에 꼭 써주셔야 됩니다. 알겠죠? Hey guys, I'm currently at a park near downtown Austin. Austin is the capital of the state of Texas. I honestly think this is one of the best weather I've had in months, and who would believe that we just had an ice storm several weeks ago? But I'm excited to go in and kind of talk to people about their opinions on the mask mandate. So let's get it. So you probably heard from last week how we're opening up businesses 100% in Texas, and how the governor's not going to require people to wear masks in public.
Effective next Wednesday, all businesses of any type are allowed to open 100%. Also, I am ending the statewide mask mandate.
So what was the first thought or emotion that came to your mind?
Sorrow. Disappointment.
I just didn't understand it. I mean, I was very surprised because given the way the numbers are in Texas and everything, like it's just kind of shocking that Abbott would consider doing that.
There's a potential that everything that we've done to get here this year is just going to be thwarted in the last quarter.
Okay.
So it's like we've done all this work to get here so far.
Right.
Do we really want to open up and encourage people to be reckless and get back to right where we were?
Your face kind of like
So many things. I want to tell them so many things. I just, the way that I think about it is these people are wanting to go out and are going out without masks, hanging out in big groups, going to clubs and bars because they're tired of quarantine, right? And they want to get back to normalcy. But as they go out now, as they're giving up and losing that momentum and just going out having fun, great that they're having fun, but that's going to push that normalcy goal further and further and further away.
So it's like my question is always, sure, free country, you can say whatever and do whatever you want. What exactly are you really trying to say? And is that the message you're really sending?
This has affected so many people physically, mentally. Like so many people have like probably traumatic mental health experiences because of this.
Oh, for sure.
And like everyone else that's just going out and doing whatever they want, it's making it worse for everyone who's not and trying to be responsible. So just think about other people. Don't be selfish.
친구의 이름은 럭키예요. 왜 럭키냐고 물으신다면
대답해드리는 게 인지상정.
제가 처음에 딱 아마존에서 자전거를 시켰는데 전 딱 이렇게 올 줄 알았거든요. 근데 알고 보니까 하나하나 조립을 해야 되더라고요. 그래서 제가 어쩔 줄 몰라서 쩔쩔매고 있으니까 어떤 아저씨가 지나가다가 진짜 무슨 슈퍼맨처럼 그거 딱 조립을 해주시는 거예요. So I felt so lucky that I ran into him at the perfect timing. So I named her Lucky. What do you think is the reason that they're so against masks? Not even reluctant, but they're like really against masks, and there are people out there like on the streets, like, you know, parading.
There are many people who are unhappy with the order. Close to 150 demonstrators protested the mask mandate.
I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want the government telling me what to do.
this is just my personal opinion. I think it has to do with the emphasis that Americans are raised upon with freedom. Freedom! Like, do what you want. Like, this country is for you. Just don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do or what you should and should not do. And I just think that that idea goes beyond a freedom that should be celebrated, and it goes into a freedom that is selfish, apathetic.
It's completely normal in other countries, like people wearing masks, and for some reason everyone's like, that's just so weird. Like here,
where I came from, it's pretty normal, and that's why there was, I guess, relatively more abundance in the amount of masks that we could provide to people.
You know, not to be any like stereotypical or anything, but I know that like in Asia, the Asian countries, it's normal for people to wear masks, you know, if they're feeling, you know, sick or anything. For sure. Like, and the American culture is not like that. The American culture is very about me, me, and me.
The issue in France with masks is because there wasn't a scientific consensus at the very beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, because they're not used to wearing masks.
Not used to wearing masks, and at first when scientists weren't really sure exactly how it was spreading, whether it was like on surfaces, in the air, whatever, there was like a short window of time when people were like kind of saying that, well, actually it's not really spreading through the air, so masks aren't mandatory. And the French government went on record to say, well, actually, you don't need to wear masks. And then 2 weeks later, Macron, our president, said, well, actually, sorry, it turns out that you do need to wear masks.
Yeah, it was the same way here too.
Yeah, and so people were really confused. They were like, well, what should we do?
Where I'm from, it's a small East Texas town, and I mean, as you can imagine, I mean, it's like the epitome of Texas, like where, you know, I mean, Austin to me, it is fairly cultured. I mean, of course, it's our capital, it's huge, but you know, you have all different kinds. And so people, I think, are more apt to respect other people's opinions and the differences. But like back in a small town, it's kind of looked down upon. It's like, well, she isn't doing it. You know? Wait, say that again? Yeah. You can tell that everyone. That's what a Texas accent.
Well, howdy, partner.
저도 몰랐는데 오늘 여기 학교 캠퍼스에서 백신 접종을 하는 날이래요. 그래서 이렇게 많은 사람들이 줄을 서고 있는 것 같아요. 아직 텍사스 인구 5%밖에 안 맞았다 하는데 다 맞으려면 얼마나 걸릴지 모르겠네요. So at the end of the day, I guess it is our leader that came to that decision. So do you think there was any rationale behind that decision?
You'd have to ask him. The rationale for his decision probably benefits him more than anybody else.
Is that what you think? Yeah.
I don't know, you know, online and stuff, there's chatter about, oh, is Abbott doing this because of the snowstorm and kind of like attracting and appeasing and all that. I mean, I just don't understand the motivation for it.
And I think some of it is the very like divided sort of like political life in the United States right now that make people take sides on something that should not be partisan.
Right.
I don't know why people like to believe that the CDC is a partisan. That like Trump was like against sort of like you know, disregarding the CDC.
The CDC is advising the use of non-medical cloth face covering as an additional voluntary public health measure. So it's voluntary. You don't have to do it. I don't think I'm going to be doing it.
I think there was a lack of like emphasis put on the importance by the government and President Trump when all of this was starting. He was very casual about it and never really said how deadly of a virus it is. So I think a lot of people were like, oh, well, if the president's saying it's not really a big deal, it's not really a big deal, you know.
Stop it.
Stop it. We've had enough of you.
Yeah, I'm done with this already. I'm tired of it. I really am.
Why now?
While I'm not happy that it happened, in ways I am, because it was a huge wake-up call for lots of things and kind of made you rethink what was really important.
Well, coronavirus, thank you, but
but no thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
time to let you go.
Yeah.